So we're gonna start out with the Sphinx here. You can see Megan is in good form. I just want to show you a couple cues that I want to make sure you're aware of when you're doing this at home. So right after that, we want to make sure the neck is neutral and aligned. So Megan, would you pretend there's a string in the top of your head, pulling your head up towards the ceiling? Good, right in there and up towards the ceiling. And you saw her neck straighten out there. And also another good neck cue is go ahead and draw back with your chin. Give yourself a double chin. Good. And that just keeps your neck nice and neutral on top of your shoulders. And moving down into the shoulders, go ahead and push your spine out against my hand. And then you saw that whole activation here of the serratus anterior, as well as other muscles that keep the scapula stabilized and then dug in nice and tight where they should be. That looks very good. Hold it there if you can. Moving down her spine, her hip bones, the front of her hip bones are pressed against the ground, not going upwards, so she gets a nice stretch of her front muscles in her stomach. And then her knees are straight and her toes are pointed. So that's all good and well. And then keep this back nice and flat. Good. And again, you could really see that shoulder activation because the major muscles we're trying to activate with this exercise is the serratus anterior on both sides. Maybe get some low trap in there. We're trying to loosen up the levator scapula and upper traps. Good, keep that loose. I would recommend holding this for 2 sets of about 30 seconds, and I would do this every day or at least as a warm-up before I worked out, before every workout. And then so a way to modify this and make it just a little bit harder is would you keep this knee straight and then do a leg lift up towards the ceiling with this right leg. Good. And back down. And then let's try this left leg. And she does a good job. Thank you. And then hold this position for me. Yeah, flat back in there if you can. So what this does basically is we're trying to activate these spinal stabilizers, and then we're trying to stretch we're not really trying to stretch the core, but there is the rectus abdominis. It's a commonly tight muscle, especially with, it gets very tight in occupations that require a lot of sitting. And I know Megan is a nurse, but she does sit a fair bit throughout the day. And so a good way to combat those tight hip flexors from lots of sitting is to activate the glutes. And so that's what these leg lifts were for. Go ahead, Megan, one more time. Good. And you can see the nice glute activation. We're working on hamstrings too. And the most important part is probably keeping this knee straight. And now relax. And give us one more on this side just for balance. Okay.